just want to remind everybody of what we agreed yesterday, that we urged the speakers to speak within the limit of 5 minutes and not 11. The Assembly will now hear a statement by His Excellency Rami Hamdallah, Prime Minister of the State of Palestine.
Mr. President, Majesties, Excellencies, and Highnesses, at the outset, I associate myself with previous speakers in congratulating you on presiding over this session of the General Assembly, and we express our appreciation to all the members of your Bureau who have assisted the negotiations that have led to the adoption of the Agenda to 2030. The future we want, as has been adopted in Rio, and after that the Millennium Development Goals, all are among the sublime goals that we try to establish in order to have a world of sustainable development with its 3 dimensions: economic, social, and environment, which is the basis for a peaceful world. I speak to you today on behalf of the people of Palestine that are suffering a setback since 67 years, and a country that has been suffering from occupation since over 50 years. More than 50% of its lands are under occupation, while Israel is increasing settlement activities and allowing extremists to continue their extreme activities and refusing the two-state solution, defying international legitimacy. Israel, the occupying power, systematically has destroyed the economic infrastructure of the Palestinian people through a number of measures, including what it has done in East Jerusalem, the capital of the state of Palestine, that is close to the Palestinian people. They are denied access except through special permits issued by the occupying power. Its original Palestinian people are treated as if they were temporary residents. In addition, economic activities have been stifled. For example, the urban activities, the religious tourism that is totally banned by Israel in this city that is being Judaized. And efforts are made in order to change its nature and characteristics by allowing a number of extremists to enter the sacred places while denying Muslims that access. As for the Gaza Strip, 3 wars were waged by Israel in that city that have led to a full demolition of the city, which has adversely affected all aspects of life there. The levels of unemployment have exceeded 60%, poverty over 50%, while Israel is imposing a total blockade. According to UN reports, the Gaza Strip will never be suitable for any human activities before the year 2020. As for the West Bank, about 60% of its space is being denied to Palestinian people. They are not permitted to use its natural or other resources, for example, the gas wells in its national waters, or to benefit from the oil and gas reserves when the Palestinian government attempted to carry out exploration activities. The Israeli government has sent an official letter asking the Palestinian side to stop such activities, although the Israeli authorities have been pumping oil in the so-called G district for years. And according to a UN report issued in 2013, this G district is being denied to Palestinian people. If they were allowed to use it, it would have improved the unemployment situation by 41%. Since the Oslo Accord was signed, Palestinians have been developing their infrastructure successfully. However, we failed to improve our economic infrastructure because of the obstacles associated with occupation. We are still suffering from deep structural deformities in our economy. For example, we cannot control our monetary and fiscal policies and bring it to the level of balance. We cannot issue currency. We cannot deal with our currency in the market. Since 1967, we were forced to deal with the Israeli currency. The Israeli fiscal policy is the one forced on us. They control taxations, spending, employment, distribution of income. Our control over such aspects are totally insufficient. We are denied access to be able to market our merchandise worldwide. And any negative effects that adversely affect the Israeli economy inadvertently affects us. The per capita income of a Palestinian has been raised to $2,093 in 2003, less than 0.5% compared to an Israeli citizen, which has increased by 195 times more than his Palestinian counterpart, based on an Oxfam report. As a result of the Israeli policies followed in the Gaza Strip and the blockade forced. Needless to say, we are speaking about absolute figures, and we are not speaking about the purchasing power, which only exacerbates matters. Mr. President, the economic and ESCWA is endeavoring to have a comprehensive economic survey of the 48 years which are the Israeli occupation to Palestine, in order to assess the damages borne by the Palestinian people as a result of this occupation. I believe that if ESCWA indeed carries out this report, the conclusions will be a shock to everyone. Only then you will know that everything that is happening to the Palestinian people is the heavy toll it is paying due to the Israeli occupation. It is much more than what the international community is paying us as a country under occupation. If occupation ends and we finally have access back to our natural resources, we will have a strong economy, independent economy. And only then we won't need this foreign assistance in order for us to be able to play our roles and to protect our citizens. We call upon you to give greater attention to the suffering of the Palestinian people that has been accumulating for 7 decades as part of your interest in sustainable development in general. Thank you very much.